All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? We just finished eating, and so we got a lot of energy for y'all tonight.
A lot, a little bit.
All right,
I might have the itis.
just a tad. What's going on, everybody? If you can hear us pretty well, please drop a one in the chat or let us know if we're coming in. We greatly appreciate it so that way we know we ain't just in here just saying stuff and nobody can hear us. Oh, hold on, let me drop that.
Just a little bit. Just tap it.
Yeah, drop that down. What's up? What's up?
Oh, the lyrical
Right.
goddess in his house. What's up, family? We ain't seen you in a minute.
What's up?
Binty 2020, what's up, what's up? Thank you guys for being here with us. Let's now have a message for the collective. I've been in my hermit phase. We've been in our hermit phase, so we know we have to do our due diligence and come out here and provide some insights that we have for the collective. As far as dreams, as far as divinations, a very, very strong message that I pretty much asked for a message for the collective today. You know, something that we all need to focus on, and it came out real strong and heavy. So towards the end, I'll let you know what the message is. And for those of you who are wondering what this deck is, this was actually gifted to us by one of our subscribers about maybe a year or two ago. And this deck is really nice, guys. Just to jump right into it. This is not the topic, but just wanted to let you know. I'm just going with spirit, you know. These are actually African cards. They're African tarot deck. And it's beautiful. They're gold. I don't know, maybe you can go look it up and try to get it to support whoever did this, but I think it was genius.
Awesome. Well, I know it's backwards for y'all, but
yeah,
y'all kind of get the gist of it.
But it is just, they're beautiful. You've never seen them before. Just beautiful. Look at that. They all look like that. Just different ones.
Beautiful.
Just gorgeous.
It's completely off subject.
Sorry, that's not. But I'm just
to come on in.
Yeah, going with spirit.
That's just so dope.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And this is where the message came through. So yeah, we're gonna give that towards the end. But big up to our subscriber Alexis, who gifted us this wonderful pack. I want to say about a couple years ago. So thank you. You came through. We appreciate the gift.
All right. So y'all are saying that y'all can hear us well. So
beautiful.
We appreciate that, and we thank y'all for being here. And we got a lot of ground to cover.
Ooh, yeah.
But as I digress, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha. What up?
We're Twin Flames Unite, just bringing some practical information that you all can apply easily, naturally, and automatically. All right.
In your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself.
Say it.
See what happened when you mind control yourself. You remember the scripts, and it's been a while since we said it, but yeah, we in here.
We back on the ball.
I don't know why I got so much energy right now, y'all. This is just okay.
That's the food. That's the food. That's the food.
Pretty soon we're gonna fall. Be like, oh no, we ain't gonna do that. But we got a few things going on right here. For one, if this channel has been a blessing to you and it's been providing knowledge, please show some love by sending the donations via CashApp. That's $twinflamesunite. You can send it there. You'll look for the same logo that's on our YouTube channel. You know that's the one. Okay? All right. Now, pretty soon, I would probably say within the next month or so, because we're kind of waiting for things to die down right now, because we got a lot of pots on the stove right now. Is that the word for it?
We got a lot cooking.
We got a lot cooking right now. And so we got to wait till those die down, but we will be opening back up for taking readings. So Well, readings and consultations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't been doing consultations for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's just because we are putting our energy into other places right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we want to do that. And also, if you all didn't know, we are on Instagram, so you can follow us on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also on Facebook, where you can follow us there, because a lot of times we'll just post our spur of the moment type things. Especially on our Instagram, we just put this beautiful waterfall that's on our
Oh
Instagram
yeah.
page. Definitely check that out. Got some new ideas for some videos I may be putting together, but just on a peaceful, serene type thing. But just be on the lookout for stuff like that. And if you haven't already,
Come on, man. Come
give
on.
us that thumbs up, hit subscribe, and that's about it. We just had to do a little bit of housekeeping before we got into everything. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right into it, guys, because
Mhm.
like you see, the topic says
What the?
WTF. What is going on?
Oh
Like,
man.
we're not the only ones who is
No.
actually witnessing what's happening. I mean, we predicted a lot of it, but maybe about
Yeah.
2 years ago, but we're
Yeah.
not gonna brag.
We ain't gonna brag on
We're
it.
not
But,
one to brag, but hey, it's happening.
yeah, but if you've been tapped in, you are aware of this stuff already. And just to let you know, we're going to touch on some things that have been popping up in social media news, things that are trending. We're just going to tap into that for just a moment. We normally don't do that, but there's a reason why we're going to be tapping into this.
Yeah.
And right when we get to the end, we're going to give you some of the things that we've been getting as downloads. Like yesterday, y'all, I had this message that came through on a meditation, and oh boy, something's going on in the waters. We're going to get to that in a second. Which you already know, but there's some other stuff that came in. So we're going to talk about that. My baby got some things to talk about with her dreams.
Oh man, that was a wild dream. You know when you have those dreams and you're like, nah, and then you actually go and you look up your dream,
Yeah.
and then it's the same thing like what you were dreaming. That's the dream, and I'm gonna share it with you guys a little later on when we get to the dream part. But first and foremost, we have to talk about what is going on in our world right now, guys. What's happening?
Yeah. All right.
I know y'all seeing this.
So first things first is we are going to talk about something that has actually been going on for quite some
Quite
time,
some time
and they have been hiding it,
denying it.
saying it's not true,
We crazy for talking about it.
taking people's channels down for putting out some real stuff. Because
Yep.
there's some people who
Yes,
y'all
ma'am. You already on it.
Y'all
You
already
already on it. Yes, the lyrical goddess.
Mhm.
Yes.
So boom, let's go ahead.
Let's
She
jump
already,
into it. You already got it.
She already got it.
Boom. That's
See,
one of the
let's
many
shoot
things
mine.
that we're going to talk about right now. But let's talk about it, guys.
Okay, why is that not showing?
We need to know, what are your thoughts on this, right?
Okay,
How do you feel about this?
so yeah, if y'all see that right on the news, they have put this out on mainstream media everywhere. It's on the news, it's on social media, people are talking about it. Like, these people weren't crazy.
Fact checkers ain't checking it. Like, so how do you guys feel about this disclosure?
Hmm.
Let me know in the comments, how do you guys feel about this so-called disclosure? Even though us so-called conspiracy theorists,
Mm-hmm.
we've already been hip to this. Shoot, we the aliens.
Yeah.
If you ask me, like, a lot of us are really that's another video. But
Yeah.
how do you guys feel about this so-called disclosure? Go ahead and put it in the chat and let
Yeah.
us know how you feel about it. What are your thoughts on them coming out and making this bold, unprecedented, unpredicted move
Yeah.
in
Well,
telling
it's,
us?
it's something that's been coming for quite some time, because we've been always hearing about this disclosure. Um, and for those of y'all who have been in the know, y'all already knew that this existed. It's just that it's a little bit more of a relief that
Right.
it's a validation that is coming, but please don't get caught up in the validation because it's another setup for a distraction. Okay.
We just gotta wait for the other. How do you say how the other
shoe
shoe
to drop.
Wait for the other shoe to drop.
Because here's the thing. They have been gearing up to tell people about this for quite some time. See, your children are in denial and don't
want to believe they're here.
Let me put that up here. Okay. See, here's the thing, y'all. It's a I forgot the term that David Icke had said. What's the tiptoe effect? Okay. Look, they have been trying to normalize people with being accepting of aliens for quite some time. When you look at it with the technology that we use, which they pretty soon are going to come out and say, oh, the cell phone, that's alien technology. So a lot of stuff they've been using for quite some time is kind of like a tiptoe effect. Even to the fact now where you went into transhumanism, tiptoe effect. They're trying to get people used to looking different. Then you have this whole transgender movement where they're trying to get you used to people not saying that they're a man or a woman. They're they and this and she. It's a tiptoe effect to the point of getting you accepted to seeing aliens. Because even today, baby, what did you see on the side of the road?
Man, they got me good, guys. They got me good. So we're going to go check the mailbox, right? I'm coming back. And I should have took a screenshot. I should have took a picture of it. Lo and behold, there is this commercial on the side of the road with a green man. Okay, it's a sign that the guy is green and he has an elongated skull. And he's advertising real estate. So I'm like, what are the odds? Like, why would you put that there? It's not like it's a gecko, or you know how we kind of got used to the gecko, the whole lizard thing. But this was a green guy with an elongated skull promoting real estate. So, like my baby just said, this is just another one of their tiptoe effects to kind of get us to normalize certain things. They start slowly, but the fact that they made this big disclosure on what we call mainstream media, I think it's kind of I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm kind of like just taking things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's how we approaching it. We're taking it with a grain of salt. Don't jump all the way in and start swimming yet.
No.
You know how they do things. You just have to kind of wait it out.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, this video here, I tell you, this video is for that person who has been living under a rock and don't know what's going on.
Man.
So we're trying to just bring you up to speed because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and so we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Aliens are here. We're not the ones who put it on blast. You got a former major from the military saying that yes, they have crafts. Yes, they've taken biomaterial, non-human biomaterial out of these crafts.
And hey guys, I'm an alien too. Mm-hmm. What's up?
Yeah.
Look at them. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I knew they wasn't from here."
Yeah. They're reptilians. Let me stop.
Take it and run with it, yeah. Oh my God.
Don't even do it.
Let's not even do it.
So now we're gonna take it down a notch as far as with the energy, right? And we're going to talk about something that actually happened in our own backyard.
Right here in Beham.
Because if y'all know, we are in Alabama. We're not going to give out full location because we It's some crazies out here, okay?
It's a lot of crazy,
But
crazy.
we are in the Metro Birmingham area,
Yep.
and y'all may have heard about somebody getting kidnapped in Hoover.
Put a one in the chat if you guys are aware of what we are about to bring to the table right now. If you heard about it, put a one in the chat. If you don't know what we're talking about, then go ahead and put a two in the chat. But I'm pretty sure everybody on here knows about this alleged kidnapping.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. The lyrical goddess, she's aware of it. Okay.
We're aware. You're always on top of it, so
we're gonna talk about it a little bit.
Surprised about that. But for those of you all who are not aware,
there you go.
Here we go. So, Carly, what's up? Carly Russell. That's her name.
That's her name.
I've been trying to really not look into this story too much, and I'm gonna explain in just a moment. But for those of y'all who may have been under a rock and you don't know what's going on, what happened was this young lady, Carly Russell, let me scroll down so y'all can see this. She has made herself infamous around here, okay? This young lady here claimed that she was kidnapped. But it doesn't end there. First, she saw a baby on the road just walking around naked. Like, how is a baby naked running around on the freeway? We're talking about, I think it's I-459. Like, we know that road. We travel down and up that road pretty heavily.
It doesn't sound right, guys. It doesn't sound right.
We know that there's major traffic all the time. And even when this went down, we know that they were doing construction on that road.
Yeah.
So it's like, how the construction workers missed this baby. But I digress. She goes on to say that they kidnapped her, kept her for about 2 days, and they fed her Cheez-Its.
And then let her go.
And we got to give it up to the internet, though. Hold on. We got to give it up to the internet because they have no breaks.
They're wrong. They're wrong for this. Like, they took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what this young lady is going through. We don't know what her mental state might have been when she made that decision. We don't know none of this stuff. But all we know is that the internet went left with this whole thing when they found out that, hey, she said nothing happened to her of the sort. So when somebody does something like this, in my humble opinion, I'm thinking that they might not be in a balanced mental state.
Right.
So the way that I look at it is maybe a little bit of forgiveness. Mm-hmm. I'm quick to forgive.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it like a little bit of forgiveness. And the reason why I would say treat it with a grain of salt, just like everything else, and really have an open heart for whatever this young lady is going through, because I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. I was not there. I don't know what happened. But I do know that for somebody to have come up with something like this, it's a lot more going on in the background that is really being put to light. So I would say definitely forgiveness, but I do feel like this whole thing, however it came together, I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't there, but I do know that it will put a negative how do I say this?
Well, I think I know where you're about to go, as far as putting a negative connotation.
There you go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
And that's the part that I wanted to touch on. But real quickly, out of everything that was said, like, a lot of things just didn't add up.
It still don't.
And so, for one, it didn't add up that the Secret Service got into the mix, searching her cell phone to see what was she searching. Like,
just a lot.
When has the Secret Service ever intervened with anything that had to do with melanated people,
especially a black woman?
Unless they were manipulating things. That's the only time when the Secret Service gets involved. But all of that set aside, now this lady is being charged for lying about being kidnapped.
Right. This
Okay.
whole thing, nothing makes sense about it to me.
But here's the thing that I gather from it. And this is if there was anything that you shared on the internet right now at this moment, and we're about 25 minutes into the video, share this section. You know how you can clip in YouTube?
Yeah.
Once it's done, clip this part right here. When this story first broke, my whole spirit yelled, "Cap!"
It did. I was right next to him. I'm like, "Hi, what you mean, Cap?"
Like my whole spirit is like, "Cap, something ain't right about this."
Yeah, he said that so quick. You know that spirit when that just turned out like that, you didn't even think about it.
Yeah, and so it took a moment for me to put it together because like when everything started going, I was like, "Damn, how is this Cap? Like this girl, she got kidnapped and
Right.
nobody can find her, and they're trying to put out the ransom for it and everything." It's like, how is that Cap? But then when she showed up and things didn't add up because if somebody gets kidnapped,
Right.
they not feeding them, they are mistreating them, they would have probably abused her. 9 times out of 10, they would have raped her.
Right.
Okay, but none of that happened, right? And so here's my theory. This is the part where you want to clip it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a setup to if black women actually do get kidnapped, it's going to be like crying wolf.
They're not like the level of taking it serious probably went from here to here.
Right.
Just with that shenanigans alone.
Right.
So it's kind of like by design almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that makes sense out of all of this. That is the only thing that, to me, this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, YouTube. I can have an opinion, YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my humble opinion.
Yeah. And so this is my public announcement to all of my men out there, my alpha men as well as the beta men. Y'all can get some nuts too and actually knuckle up when time is needed. You can knuck and buck if you need to, okay? But we definitely have to watch our melanated women because think about this. You get this whole story with Miss Russell and people think like, oh man, she just pulled that whole thing. She's just trying to get attention. She's just trying to avoid going to jail for stealing the bathrobes.
Right. Like all of that didn't even make any sense.
If the next melanated woman gets kidnapped, how many people would take it seriously?
Or maybe not right away, you know what I mean? And then when somebody's in a situation like that, time is of the essence. Mm-hmm. We all know time is of the essence.
Right.
So
we don't want to be naive or to think that the next person that screams kidnap is crying wolf.
Right.
Because it actually could be happening. And that makes it a lot easier for these real evil people who are kidnapping people, not to mention all of the stuff that's happening in these hotels where they got tunnels. That's another thing that's been going on. We didn't bring an article up for that one, but it's so much that's going on where people are being kidnapped. And now you have a situation like Miss Russell where people are not taking it as seriously because she lied.
Right.
So, word of caution. Keep an eye out for your melanated women. If you see something suspicious, step in there if you can. Men, you definitely need to step in there and do something if you can. But don't just let that slide and think that if somebody is kidnapped that they're probably lying about it.
Right. Don't let this be the reason why you turn your head and I don't believe that. Look what happened to such and such. That's a whole case by itself. Why those things happen, we would never know. Why? Because we weren't there. The only thing that we can go off of is what they say on the news. But just remember, at the end of the day, we were not there.
Right. Now, on to the next thing.
Next. Because again, look at the topic. What the is going on?
Okay. Boy, there's a lot of stuff going on in the skies.
July, you did not lie. July, you did not lie.
All right. There's a lot of stuff going on in the skies right now. And once again, donations are appreciated. And also, make sure you put a like on the video
give a thumbs
if
up.
this information has been helpful for you all. But there's more. There's more, y'all.
It didn't stop there.
So, we probably should continue with the aliens, but we had to do a little break in here.
Yeah.
But this next section, if you haven't seen it,
madness, guys.
If you haven't seen it,
chaos.
This video here, and actually, I'm not gonna put the audio on right now because we don't want no smoke or anything like that. But on this video, y'all probably have seen it. This lady here is bugging the fuck out because the guy she's been talking to for the past couple of hours shapeshift right in front of her.
Now, a lot of people are saying that this is cap also. That they're doing it for internet attention. But why?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to bring y'all in on something that y'all may or may not have been aware of. There are Native American folklore about shapeshifters. No cap. This actually does exist.
In the Caribbean. I know for sure it exists in the Caribbean where I'm from. Somebody say it's harvesting season. Baby, we on a farm.
Yeah.
It's always harvesting season.
Yeah. This is no cap. Because if you've done your studies and you've looked into the folklores and things like that, because, see, folklores and mythology this world is upside down, right? This world is upside down. What's real is fake, and what's fake is real. Okay?
Pretty much.
So when you think about mythologies and folklores, those are actually real.
Mythology is a people's story.
Okay? Now, we also have a very credible source. There's a young guy by the name of the Baron that is in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, man.
And if you all haven't, I'm going to put his channel on blast.
Yeah, he really,
just for the love of this brother. He is really the truth, and the things that he is experiencing is no cap on it.
Right. He can really help you to be aware. And because sometimes when you're being on this planet, being naive on this planet doesn't help you. It's better when you're actually aware. And the stories that he tells with him and his grandma puts you in a very high state of awareness. So that a lot of times you don't fall for the okie doke. Sometimes things may seem so simple and innocent, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? So he does a really good job of bringing things to our awareness that we might take for granted. So yes. I'm grateful that we found him, his channel, because boy, do we move different now.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
In this most recent video that he did right here called Skin to Skin, he actually talks about his own personal experience with a skinwalker, which is also AKA shapeshifter. But if you look into the mythology, they're actually two different beings, but they actually exist. So once again, to the Baron, brother, we love y'all. We love you so much. Shout out to Agunju. We love you. Ashe.
His grandma was the truth, boy.
Yes. So if you haven't subscribed to this brother's channel, do it now. And when you go on there, tell them Twin Flames Unite sent you. Okay? I promise you, y'all gonna love.
Yeah, he's good people, and his stories are really, really good. Some of them are like 40, 35 minutes, but you learn some stuff. Every story that he tells from his childhood, you take away something. There's a lesson in every story. All right?
Yeah. So, bam, we got shapeshifters on the plane. Not only, like steaks on the plane, we got shapeshifters on the plane. Not only do we have shapeshifters, but we got AI putting their batteries in. plane.
The
Look, I'm like, you can't make this shit up.
poor man didn't even know what to do. He on the plane while the air hostess is changing the battery in her back. What would y'all have done?
Like, how do you get past this? Like, these Chinese people are freaking the F out because they saw the flight attendant changing her battery in the back of her back.
What would y'all have done?
Okay.
Y'all wanted the pilot to land the plane right away? Guys, this is what's going on in our world as we speak. This is 2023, okay? I remember when I was young and I was looking at Back to the Future, right? They told us that by 2020, we would have flying cars. Where are my flying cars? I don't see my flying cars. Instead, look what they're giving us. We're about to go to this next video. And I think we need to put up a petition for flying cars because this is not what we anticipated. This is not what we were promised. Y'all didn't tell us people was going to be on the train, on the plane, changing their battery pack. No, you said we was going to have flying cars. Now, take a look at this next one.
Yeah, this next one is definitely a doozy. And right now, we are literally heating up to something we're about to tell y'all in just a moment. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. And
yeah, somebody come look at this.
So, you know what? Let me just share it. Let me just share it.
Come look at this.
Okay? Come look at this. If y'all haven't seen this, I don't know if any of y'all have seen this or heard about this, but this guy opens up a portal in his bedroom. Take a look at this, y'all.
Yeah, look at this.
We're gonna let it play for a moment.
Pay attention.
And see, this is a device that he created, and by the way, it's not surprising. This guy ended up missing.
Look at this. Look at that. You see that?
Can y'all see this? He is opening up a portal in his bedroom.
You can play the audio for this one because this is everywhere.
Let's see. Hold on. Looking over the city somewhere in his bedroom. Like, seriously. I'm pretty sure if y'all have seen this, drop a 1 in the chat.
Now, the thing that gets me is that they can't find this guy.
He's missing now.
So, yeah.
And here's the thing, because I was just telling my baby this actually earlier today. And actually it has to do with a dream I had last night, which I'm getting there. Where did it come from? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Sorry, y'all. I had some hair in my mouth. Like, where the hair come from? Like, jeez. But y'all, there are a lot of portals that are opening right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Like, no cap. For those of you all who are sensitive enough, you'll actually notice when you pass through a portal. Okay?
Sometimes you might get that ringing in your ear.
Or you feel like you just went through something.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like this film or whatever, and you just went through it. So we have to be careful about these things. Like right now, so much is being revealed and it's overloading people. And we're going to help y'all with that.
Information overload.
You got to stay a little bit towards the end. We're going to help you with some information in regards to that. But there is a lot that is going on. And shout out to Ice's wisdom. She said you got to keep your head on the swivel.
That literally you do.
You have to keep your head on the swivel.
You really do.
Okay? Because it's a lot. Yep. Lyrical guy is like, wow.
Yeah. Let me put some.
Wow.
Let me
go clear that out real quick.
Clear that out. Yep. Mm-hmm. It is a lot that is happening, guys.
Yes. So things are heating up.
Real hot.
Literally.
Y'all feeling the heat?
I'm about to I'm about to show you all something. Does anybody have any idea what this is that they're looking at? If you have an idea what this is, drop it in the chat or drop a one
Yeah.
of what we're looking at here.
You see, we're not making this up. You
I'm
see
gonna give y'all a second.
you see what the website is, right? Chris and Alicia didn't make this up.
I'll give y'all a second if y'all know what we're looking at here. Anybody?
Somebody?
I know we may have a lag, but things are heating up. Can you all guess what we're looking at here? All right, I'm gonna help y'all out. What y'all are seeing right here is an instant reaction of a solar flare hitting the ionosphere. And that big green bulb that y'all just saw, that right there was a flash of an M-class solar flare hitting the United States.
The United States of America. Yep.
Okay? And you're like, what's the M-class solar flare? Where, if you're not aware of this, have you been wondering why it's so fucking hot?
Tempers are hot. Your body is hot. So much shit is happening all at once, everywhere, all the time. That's why.
Okay. This right here is from the Space Weather Prediction Center. And this is an indication of the solar flares that have been bombarding this planet for the past 7 days. I put it on for the past 7 days so that you all can see. And as you can see here, when you have like an A to a C class solar flare, that's okay. Ain't nothing major going on there. But once we start getting up to M and X, that's when shit really start to pop off.
That's when shit hit the fan.
And if you just go back and you look here, there has been an M-class solar flare every day for the past 7 days.
Hitting that.
Boom.
Bam.
Boom. So this is what you're seeing hitting the earth every day. Now, I know some of y'all are not scientists, and you're like, what the hell does that mean?
They got feelings, though. They're not scientists, but they feel it. They might not know what they're feeling, but go back and look at that chart. Go to that website. And if you can remember, what was I going through on that day around that time? Go and check those days when it's at like M, right? Or close to X.
Yeah.
And because it tells you the time and it tells you the day, okay?
Right there.
And you can pick up on that level of intensity.
Yeah. That was yesterday. And we don't know about y'all, but yesterday was hell for us.
Baby.
Like, really testing our gangster on whether or not we were going to go off on somebody.
That heat went up to the bell and rang like, bing.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. If we go back here, you notice that a lot of this is red. And it wasn't like that a few weeks ago. And I was trying to go back and see if I can go back in the history of this, but it wasn't allowing me to, or either I was just too lazy to go back and find how to go back. But a couple of weeks ago, we actually had an X-class solar flare.
Oh my gosh!
Hit the ionosphere. And some of you all may have experienced it and saw it in the nighttime sky. There was a geostorm that had green aurora lights everywhere in the world. A couple of weeks ago, I want to say it may have been about 2-3 weeks ago.
2 or 3. I know Mr. MBB probably got it on his channel.
Yeah, Mr. MBB definitely is.
We probably would try to find it and put it in the community.
Yeah.
So you guys can see it if you missed it.
But this is an indication that things are heating up, and you've seen it up. Now, there's some other things that have been going on in the water. One about a submersible with some game controllers. We're not going to talk about that one. But one thing that we failed to mention was that the sea has been acting up.
Yeah.
Whales and dolphins attacking people. The ocean waves are trying to knock boats off their rockers, literally. Storms that have been coming in. Michigan, I know some of the people, their powers probably just came back on maybe earlier today or yesterday because of the ratios that's just coming in and just messing things up. Like things are heating up.
Literally.
In every sense of the matter, from emotions to physicality to the weather. And God damn it, we did this video already because I'm having a major deja vu talking about this right
That
now.
has been increasing.
If this information is helpful for you all, drop that cash app. Okay?
Right. Come on, guys. Help us keep the lights on. We want to come up here. To be honest with y'all,
Yes.
I mean, we got 20 people in the room right now. To be honest with you guys, we do want to come up here more often and do more videos. But let's be honest, we have responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys, and it's, hey, we're doing this for you also. We're doing it for us. So if you do want us to come up here more and, provide more information, provide more insight, definitely hit up the Cash App. I mean, we do have a PayPal also if you guys, because I know some of you could only do PayPal. Even if you want to do a super chat, that's fine.
Right.
And, every little bit helps. I mean, if you only have $1, that's fine too. We don't mind $1, that's fine also. Because if we have 20 people and everybody give $1, that's cool. That's
$20.
That's some blessings that we are grateful for. You know what I'm saying? And that way we can maybe eventually we'll be able to do videos every day. I mean, we definitely want to be doing it every day. Come up here every day and give some insights, go into some details, dive into some books, and you know what I'm saying, help you guys with your shadow work and stuff like that. But but it's up to you guys. If you want us to come up more, we will. Just definitely hit up the Cash App to give us some type of support so that we can leave other areas that we're doing because we still have to balance our energies out. Yeah, hit up the Cash App so that we can start coming up here maybe every day or every other day, see how it goes, like how we used to do before.
Yeah.
Definitely miss that.
All right, so now we're about to get into some juicy stuff, okay? It's right there on the screen.
Right there, baby. Donate via Cash App. See, Twin Flames Unite is right there.
All right. So, we're about to get into some juicy stuff. We're going to let y'all in on some of the things that we have been experiencing. Do you want to go first, or you want me to talk about the missions I got outside?
Go on and talk about that. We got to give respect to the ancestors.
All right.
Hold on. Let's open it up before we come true.
Come through. All right. So, for the past month, and to be quite honest, there are a few days that I missed in doing this, but for the past month, I've been getting up early every morning around 6 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock, and doing my meditation and prayers, right? And for the past week, I've been having the pulling to do my prayers in light language. Now, some of you all may be aware of light language. It's like speaking in tongues.
Very similar.
I feel kind of awkward trying to do it right now because it feels like it would be forced for me to actually do it.
Yeah.
But y'all get what I'm saying. Just imagine somebody talking in tongues, or I can't remember that other girl name that speaks in light language. Erin. I don't know if y'all know about Erin Lyons. She speaks in light language as well.
Isis does too sometimes.
Yeah, Isis Wisdom does as well. And so when I'm saying my prayers, and please understand it's not some religious thing, it's just me talking to my higher self and getting the message there a lot quicker instead of using the English language, which actually sets up a barrier. But if you use the light language, goes a lot faster.
Higher frequency travels faster.
But while I was speaking in tongues, some of the words just came right out, and I wasn't trying to I'm speaking in light language. I'm speaking in tongues, so I'm not trying to enunciate or pronounce any words. I'm just letting it roll. And here are the words that came out of my mouth. It was water, ocean, boat, and then Olokun.
Ashe. Hold on.
Ashe. If any of you all know who a local is, drop a one in the chat.
Shit, let me drop a one in the chat because I know.
If you all know who a locum is, drop a one in the chat.
Shit.
And actually, I wasn't thinking about doing this, but I'm gonna pull it up.
Yes, guys, we have to give respect to our Orishas and the ones that came before.
Okay, Miss Goddess knows them.
That's a nice depiction right there.
I want to bring it up bigger. But
yeah, that's a really good depiction of Olokun.
Okay, so I'm just going to have to do it this way instead of doing that.
You go to the image, it's not going to do it.
Well, I wanted to make it bigger, but it's not really making it that big. Oh, I know. Man, I'm tripping. I know how to make this thing bigger.
I know you know. You're a whiz.
That ain't doing it like I want to, but oh well. Yep, y'all will get the gist. Hold on, let me bring this up.
It's all good. It's conceptual.
Now does anybody else other than
the lyrical goddess
know anything about a locum?
It's all good.
It's all good. All right. So let me bring this up here. A locum is a Yoruba deity, and she's one of the main Yoruba deities. And in the Yoruba tradition, Olokun is the king or queen of the ocean,
the deep.
Okay? And with everything that has been going on, if you're not aware, there actually is a war going on right now underneath the sea. And that's why the animals are attacking the way that they are, because some of the mermaids, yes, mermaids do exist, some of the mermaids were kidnapped. And the other side's holding them hostages and they're not letting it go. And if this sounds far-fetched for you, y'all,
just take it as a story.
Just take it as a story. I'm crazy.
Let's just say this for YouTube purposes.
I'm crazy.
We don't know what we're saying. We're crazy. Okay, there you go. Go ahead now.
So Olokun is heated right now as far as what's going on with his people. And please know that some of y'all have mermaid backgrounds. Y'all know it.
I know I do.
Okay? Some of y'all know that y'all are aquatic beings. You know it.
I'm straight from the Caribbean. I already know I am.
And there are a lot of you who are children of Olokun. There's some YouTube videos that can tell you if you're a child of Olokun, but to be quite honest, if you're one, you've met him or her, because back in 2020, Ashley had a dream of meeting Olokun. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying this to say that I haven't figured it out just yet, but either that is a warning to stay out of the oceans, or there is a boat that is coming that for Olokun children to get the fuck out of this crazy place. So if I get more intel about that, I'll come and share it. But that was a message that came through on me just doing my prayers, talking in my light language, and those words just stood out, and I wasn't trying to do anything.
And they do come through, these energies do come through, and they're very real, just like me and you. And I always say that the things that we pay reverence to in this 3D, most of the time we depend on the physical, which means the things that we can actually see, right? But sometimes we have to go, this is what going within means, right? Not giving so much reverence to the physicality of things, because the denser something is, right, that's what makes it have a physical appearance. That's what makes it appear or manifest in front of you, because of the density of it, right? Mm-hmm. Oxygen, we can't see oxygen.
No.
But if you don't have it for 5 minutes, you will know it's absent.
Yep.
So we have to treat our, if you want to call it spirit guides, we have to treat our connections to our higher selves and whatever you want to call it, God, whatever name you want to put on it, right? We need to treat that with higher reverence than we do this physical world. You know, somebody bring you a plate of food. Oh, a plate of food, yeah, you know, it's good. You can see it, you can feel it, it's tangible. But we also need to pay attention to the things that are within us that's intangible.
Right.
Because those are the ones that really matter the most.
Yes.
And with that being said, I'm gonna jump into my little dream.
Go ahead, baby.
Well, I don't know if it's a little dream, because
these ain't little things.
I woke up today from that dream, and I remember in the dream I was trying to remember. So I know when a dream is important because I'll actually be in the dream. Thank you, babe. Thank you. I'll know when a dream is important because while I'm in the dream, because you know there are levels to dreams, right? When I feel myself coming to the surface, I'll call it the surface because, you know, sometimes I'm really deep. And so when I start coming up, that's when I'm connected to here and there at the same time. It's like I'm in the in-between. And when I realize that I'm in the in-between, what I do is I repeat the things to myself in my dream so that I can remember it when I wake up. That's whenever I go really deep and I want to remember something, that's how I have to remember it. I have to keep saying it to myself so it stays in my subconscious. Yeah. It's just a little trick that I do. So today when I was waking up from the dream, I kept saying it to myself because I knew I had to remember it. Yep. And it was E space. Mm-hmm. E space, E space. And I kept saying it in my dream, in my mind. That's how come I remembered it, right? And the reason why I had to remember the E space is because of where I was and what I was being shown. So apparently, E space in my dream, right? What they were trying to do with the collective was to give them some form of upgrade, right? And the upgrade, this is what they're planning on doing with humanity, like everybody, all humans. They want to upgrade them while they sleep. And the way that they're going to upgrade them, it's going to be like an artificial upgrade, not like something, excuse me, we just had dinner, not like something that's going to happen like naturally. This is going to be artificial. And they plan on doing it through, it's a specific cell phone that they had, right? I don't know, I don't think it's like a regular cell phone. They were allowing everyone to have a specific type of cell phone. And with this cell phone, when you sleep, it was going to allow you to upgrade to the point where they can upload memories and they can actually erase memories while you sleep. And so they actually made, in my dream, this is all in my dream. In my dream, they made a global announcement of this new thing that they were rolling out called eSpace. And with eSpace, this is how they connected everyone and everything to like one place. So there is like, you don't have any privacy. Like in your mind, there is no privacy. Your thoughts, there is no privacy. It could be hacked at any time. Now, there were people in my dream that were like, no, we don't want to do this. So they actually allowed them. It's like they kind of gave them a choice. So they left. So they created like what you would call a breakaway civilization. So they left and they went into like off-grid living. But the other people, they were like, this is cool. I don't mind this because you literally could, it's almost like you couldn't die. Because if something were to go wrong with you, they'll find a way to fix it or whatever. It's almost like you were merging with the machine, like a cyborg type deal, right? But they did it all through the cell phone that they gave everyone, the new cell phone. Right. And that was pretty much my dream. And it was just weird to me that some people kind of just went along with it. But it was a very small amount of people that said, nah, I don't want no part with this. This don't seem natural. And it was called eSpace. So I'm like, oh God, maybe I need to remember the eSpace because I fought my subconscious to remember it. And when I plugged it into Google, I was blown away.
Y'all check this out.
I was like, wait a minute, what the hell they planning behind our backs?
Y'all see this?
And the logo is what blew me away. Like not really the logo, but it was a sign that I saw in my dream, and I was shown that you need to remember this sign. And so I drew it out on a piece of paper. And this is it right there. That's what I drew out on the paper right there. You see that spinning thing? If you can, the windmill.
I can't pause.
They say you need to remember this, and when you see it, then you'll know. And when I saw that spinning wheel, I said, "Wait a minute.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with this information?" And I'm supposed to share it with y'all.
Mm-hmm. And yes, we have seen Upload, that show right there. Oh my gosh! Look, this is another. Hold on, since she brought that up, this is another tiptoe effect. Okay, this information has been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it's been in our face. And for those of y'all who are awake right now, and when you think back to all of those times when you've seen those movies like The Matrix or Dark City, or if you saw movies like The Truman Show and things of that nature, they kind of just went over your head. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Have some compassion for yourself and
Yeah.
understand that you just weren't in that state to grasp that information.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been telling us for a very long time about this whole Upload. Gosh, what was that movie where they were downloading people's dreams and selling them so that people could experience their dreams?
These are some next level, man.
Gosh, it's a movie with Vivian Fox. She's in it. She was right along with this other white guy, and I can't remember. It was a movie back in the 90s.
You know what? Bobby Hemmett talked about that.
Yeah, and we watched it because of Bobby
Yep,
Hemmett.
yep.
And also there was a recent movie on Netflix that was from Bobby Hemmett. We're gonna talk about that in a moment.
Oh yeah, he talked about that whole thing.
Okay, so let me go back. There was a movie made in the 90s that talked about uploading people's dreams so that other people could experience their dreams because they couldn't dream. And I can't remember the name of it, but it's, let me see, hold on.
What's her name?
Vivian Fox.
I don't even have my phone. Wow, that's amazing. I don't even have my phone. Look at that, guys.
Vivian Fox movies. Hold on, y'all. I'm telling you, they have been talking about
Bio Network. Is that it?
It may have been.
Bio Network.
Let me look at her. Let me see all of her movies. Go to her IMDb. Hold on, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, they have been showing and telling us this for a very long time. Gosh, she's done a lot of movies.
But it was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful Distraction. Hook Up. House Sitter. We're going to the 90s.
Oh, that's just, wow, she did a lot of movies.
Yeah, she did a lot of movies.
On the low.
If anybody knows this movie that we're talking about, just go and drop it in the chat. God dang, girl. She's been in this game for a minute.
Oh, she was in Set It Off, too.
Independence Day.
The Watcher.
No, it's not The Watcher.
I'm going to say that I've seen something with Bio something.
Oh, gosh, we can't think of the name of this movie.
Just put her name in and put what it was about next to her name. Movie with what's her face? Vivian Fox, buying people's dreams. It should come up. Yeah, this was a good movie. Bobby Hemmett actually recommended this movie for us to watch. And we're going to talk about that other movie too. We're going to do a little elaboration on that movie with the Tyrone, clone Tyrone. We'll talk about that a little bit. And Bobby Hemmett, I believe they looked at one of Bobby Hemmett's lectures, to be honest with you, and they made that movie. because he already put everybody on game about every single thing that they talked about in that movie. Bobby Hemmett did a lecture on that already. So it's nothing more than them looking at these lectures. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, it's Angela Bassett.
Oh, it was Angela Bassett?
I just had a sorry y'all, we just got a little off
Well,
track, but
y'all better
apparently
watch this movie.
this is something that they want y'all to know about. Strange Days, is that it?
I think that's it. Strange
Yep.
Days. Yep.
This movie right here, y'all. You wanna check this out.
That is it, baby.
Strange Days.
That is it.
This was made back in
That was in the 90s. 99.
1999. Okay? Where they were talking about taking people's dreams and letting other people experience them.
Yeah, selling it.
Like uploading consciousness, right? So they've had that movie. There's so many other movies as far as uploading consciousness. Like The Matrix is all about uploading your consciousness into another simulated reality. They've been talking about this for years.
They have.
It's a tiptoe effect to get people ready for something like this, where they're talking about bridging Earth and space.
You got to go into this when you
That's
guys
the
get
symbol.
Yeah, and that's the symbol that I drew. And I've never been on this before. I was just really it was in my dream, and I was trying to record what I was dreaming. Down to the symbol. Go to the website when you guys get a chance and read so that you can see. You see how they got the sheep? Sorry, I don't. But do you see how they got the sheep up at the top, going around in a circle? Farm.
Yeah.
Sheep.
Hold on. Let me just share this. This is their mission: to make data universally available, secure, and actionable anywhere on the planet. What data are they trying to make universal?
You know your DNA stores data, right? I just want you guys to be aware of that. Your DNA,
if you didn't know,
stores data.
But
that you can access the DNA, the data in your DNA also. You can do that also.
Yeah. And so last thing, and then we're going to get out of here, is the dream that I had last night. If y'all remember the video that we showed just a moment ago about the guy opening up a portal in his bedroom. Okay?
Oh yeah, this is dope.
Last night, I had, actually, I'm going to give a precursor because I think the dream that I had the previous night actually is what allowed me to have the dream last night. If that makes sense. So the previous dream allowed me to have access to the dream that I had last night. Okay? So the previous night, I had this dream where there were a lot of these guys that were attempting to attack me, and they were talking about how they were going to kill me. And when they approached me, I was like, nigga, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and go. Like, I'm standing here 10 toes down. Like, I'm ready. What y'all doing? And they bum rushed me like they doing that towards me, like just really trying to get a reaction out of me, but I didn't react because I was ready to die. Okay, because I know where I'm going after all of this is said and done. And so I have that in my subconscious, so it makes sense as to why I would actually be dreaming about that. And so after they realized that I wasn't afraid, one of the guys pulled me to the side, and he started having this conversation with me and started breaking down some stuff, which all I can't remember, and it's probably the reason why I can't remember all of it. But it's like almost in a sense of being initiated in some shape, form, or fashion. So fast forward to last night. In the dream that I had last night, it was me and my baby, and there was one other female friend that we know that was riding in the back with us. And it's like we were leaving from a party, and it was kind of late at night. And as I was driving down the road, I started seeing these swirls pop up on the road, and it's like all of us knew what it was. It's like, oh, it's time to go. And so we drove into the portal.
Man.
We drove into the portal
Man.
and came out to the other side of this kind of oasis.
We ready.
Where there were two moons in the sky.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own house. This guy who seemed like the mayor was just handing out cars that were preloaded with money to everybody. Like one of the cars, I saw that it had like $300. Like another one had $500, $800. He's just rolling out cars to everybody. Like you got unlimited access to funds.
That's how it should be.
Right? And then there's a part where there's like this lagoon that was really deep, but it was so clear that you could see to the bottom of it. And at the bottom, you can see the sharks swimming around. You can see the octopus. You see all types of coral type stuff. And people are just swimming and having fun in this lagoon, just with the sea animals and everything. Like it was just beautiful.
That's where we from. Remember I told y'all in the beginning we was aliens? That's where we from. We from a peaceful place that's loving, that's kind, where you don't have to work for no money. You really just live and enjoy life. We're really just here trying to help humans.
Yeah, that's all we're here for.
Really just here trying to help humans so that humanity could come to the point where they're no longer, I don't even think this is a type 1 civilization. I think this might be a 0.5 civilization. Where humans can elevate themselves to get to the point where they can really live in love and in unity and in harmony with each other, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we're doing here. And trust me, it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And sometimes, you know, because you're here for so long, it's like it's hard to be in the mud trying to help someone out the mud and not get mud on you. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And just like we were saying a moment ago, the movie on Netflix called They Clone Tyrone.
OMG with 2 E's.
If any of you all are aware of Bobby Hemmett, there was a lecture that he did breaking down every aspect that is in that movie.
They looked at his lecture and made that movie.
They had to have watched Bobby Hemmett because all the stuff about the underground laboratories, the stuff,
hair, the perm they put in their hair, the chicken, the stuff they put in the food.
Yes.
Everything.
You know, there's so many ways that you can go through and break that movie down. So we're not going to go into that. But we're just telling you this, that they've been putting a lot of stuff in movies and TV shows that are giving you the game. For example.
Oh my gosh, wait, don't even go there yet.
Okay.
Talk about, you guys know about the strike in Hollywood, right? That they're having right now, the writer's strike. Mm-hmm. Do you guys know the reason why they're having that writer's strike?
Oh, gosh.
See, I told you. I knew you was going to like that one. Do you know the real reason why they're having the writer's strike? If any one of you know the real reason why they're having this writer's strike in Hollywood right now, put a 1 in the chat or tell me, yeah, I know the real reason why. And we're going to tell you something to blow your wigs back.
Okay.
There is a movie. Did we ever remember the name of the movie?
We did not remember the name of the movie. We're going to have to go back to our videos to find out which one it is. And when we do, we will post it in the community. What you trying to do?
I'm trying to look up the movie right now while you tell them about it.
Okay.
You go on and tell them about it. I'm going to look it up.
All right. So, hold on. Let me
because y'all got to see this. And this right here is proof that what they do in movies, they eventually roll it out in real life. Because what is happening in Hollywood right now, they already made a movie about it. The exact same thing that they're doing to these celebrities, they told us about this in a movie. And Bobby Hemmett is actually the one who told us, who recommended us to watch this movie. And I shit you not, when I saw that this is what they were doing to these celebrities, I was like, whoa, buddy, they're really doing the same exact thing that they did in this freaking movie. So we gotta take these movies kind of like serious. Remember, guys, we're in the upside down.
Yeah, yeah.
So movies are actually what's happening, and what's on the media is to deceive us, because media comes from the word media, which means to deceive, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna find that movie and we're gonna put it in here so that you can see what's going on in Hollywood. So I think none of you know what's happening with the writer's strike in Hollywood.
Yeah. So let me break it down. There is a movie on Amazon Prime. Um, the basis of the movie, and once again, once we find out the name of this movie, if one of y'all know it, you can drop it in the chat. But the basis of the movie is that there's this Hollywood actress that she's old and she's done a lot of movies, but they still want to use her in movies. So what they have done is made a deal with her to have her likeness downloaded so that they can digitize her from every detail of her body, from her hair, the eye colors, her weight, everything. They scanned it into a computer so that they can use her likeness and create movies. Because she was doing this series of movies and they wanted to keep the trilogy going, but she was tired of acting, so they wanted to use her likeness and be able to do CGI, and they were just going to pay her money for it. And then, oh, is that it?
The Congress.
Oh, shit.
Found it.
We gotta watch this.
Found it.
Oh, we gotta
Found
watch
it.
this. Hold on, y'all.
Found
We gotta share
it.
this. Okay. We're gonna watch this again tonight.
I am the truth, man.
Okay. So this movie right here, The Congress. I hope y'all take a screenshot of this, whatever you gotta do. But what's going on in here is that they scanned the actress, right? And then see, this is her making her deal with them. And
With the devil.
they pretty much upload her likeness so that they can create unlimited movies and she not have to work again. She just has to disappear and like not be seen anymore. And they pretty much use her image to do any and everything. And
porn and everything. It don't matter.
See, that's them scanning her body, right? Now, what's going on in Hollywood right now is exactly what is going on in this movie that was made in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
They've been telling y'all right in your face what they plan on doing. See, they're using her image in cartoons.
Anything.
Anything.
And she can't do nothing about it.
Okay? It's a real deep, esoteric movie. I honestly recommend that you watch this. We are going to watch this again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening here is happening in Hollywood. But it's even worse than her particular situation because these people are not wanting to really pay them.
Nope. Yeah, at least they gave her a nice life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They gave her the money that she really deserves. But in Hollywood right now, they're not trying to really pay them like that. They just giving them a little bit of money to just scan their whole essence, their whole being, and they just throw them away like a wash rag.
And then again, hold on, because once again, this is so y'all know the Congress, right? Let me break this down to you again. They brought it back around again, and they're telling you right in your face what they're doing. Let me log in.
They're not playing any games, so if you guys really, really want to know what's going on, what they're doing, you got to go within, do some meditation, connect to your higher self, whatever you want to call it, God, it don't matter. It's your higher self, right? Connect there and look at some of these movies, man. They put a lot of information in these movies. Like I know in they talked about the whole situationship that we had back in 2020 that didn't give a lot of people clear vision, even though it was 2020. We had warned you a lot of stuff that was happening. What they call it conspiracy theorists. What was the movie? It's a series that they talked about what they were doing. I'm gonna remember that one. I'm gonna put that one in the community so that you guys can
Which
see.
one?
Now you can actually go back. You can look at the movie, and then you can look from 2020 up until now, and you'll see literally everything in the series that happened.
Okay. So let me show y'all again. If you are familiar with the Black Mirror series, okay, in the new Black Mirror series, they have an episode here called "Joanne is Awful."
Mm, mm, mm.
And what is going on here is that Selma Hayek.
The event. Thank you, Soka 38. Thank you. The event.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here thinking
Oh,
hard.
I didn't even see Joanne's comment right
Thank
here.
you. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, she is right on point. Y'all are on it.
I
tonight.
love it. I love it.
Joanne is Awful is talking about how Selma Hayek's likeness is being used to portray this girl's life at work. And then Selma Hayek gets upset because they're using her likeness in a way that she doesn't want them to be using it. So they are telling you in your face
Exactly
what is going on.
Pay attention, guys.
So you cannot dismiss these movies and TV shows because they are giving you some facts.
They're telling you, they usually tell you. And that's one thing that I realized when you've studied these occult, if you want to call them esoteric studies, right? Mm-hmm. One of the things that you must do, there are universal laws. Let's start there, right?
Yeah.
There are universal laws that everyone has to follow, right? Well, if you want your stuff to work, I should say.
Right.
And we are dealing with some people who are very consistent at what they do. Mm-hmm. And they understand these universal laws. And so one of these things is, right, you have to let people know what you're doing, mm-hmm. right, before you actually could do it. You have to let them be aware, right?
Yeah.
And so the way that they choose to do it, see, they're slick. The way that they choose to let the people be aware is through movies. Now, you have to be the one to figure it out.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you, hey, we putting this stuff in movies. So, no, you have to figure it out. Right? Karmic retribution.
Yep.
So, this is how they tell you. This is the tool that they choose to tell you what they're doing. It is up to us to pay attention.
Phyllis on here said this is why Robin Williams restricted the use of his image for 25 years. So this whole strike is the reason why we're not getting a lot of new stuff right now. Because I ain't gonna lie, there's some movies, there's some series that we're waiting for some stuff to come out, and they need to stop with the bullshit.
Right.
Because even with Antoine Vanderlei, if you all don't know who he is the writer and author of T.J. Young's book. It's about a young boy, and it's like Harry Potter, but for the Yoruba tradition.
Oh, the Yoruba story. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I don't know if any of you all know about T.J. Young.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That is his series is really, really good. Shoot, you had me hooked on it.
Yeah, it's a dope ass series. Here it is, right here. Let me share this.
This series is good. You guys should read this to your kids. If you have children, read this to your kids.
This is a dope series right here called T.J. Young and the Orishas. And also, if you all want to learn a little bit more about the Orishas, to be quite honest, he says that a lot of this is not based on the actual Yoruba tradition, but there's a lot of stuff that lines up in his books.
I don't know.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff that lines up in his books. But he is having a movie made of this first one, but because of the strike, it's a hold on creating the movie. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why, once again, this whole series or this video is about what the
is going on. It is a lot. Look, the lyrical goddess says, and they use the planetary alignments as a schedule, knowing how we'll be affected by the energy. Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
And this is why we do these videos, the lyrical goddess, is to bring these things to the forefront, to the
Mhm.
awareness. You know what I'm saying? And other people like us, they do it too. That's on YouTube. Some people on Instagram. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
It's so that people can be in full-fledged awareness.
Yes.
That's the only way we're gonna really get around this, guys.
Yeah.
Is to be in awareness, not
Mhm.
naive. We're not gonna really get any place being naive. We have
No.
to be aware, not fearful, because it's different. Not fearful, but be aware of what is taking place. Because when you're aware, you can move different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can make different
Mhm.
choices. When you're not aware, you're walking blindly. You're bird boxing it.
Yeah. You're bird boxing
And
that
that's the
thing.
reason why they brought out bird box, right? Right before they hit us with the, you know what I'm talking about? In 2020 when they hit us with it,
Mhm.
that's why they rolled out Bird Box not too long before.
Right. And the reason why they came out with the second one is because again, there's something that they don't want you to pay attention to.
Mm.
Now, what that is so many smokes and mirrors.
Lots of
But
it.
you know, at the beginning of this video, I had mentioned that we were going to give you some tips on what to do to navigate this. Okay, and I think my baby has a message with the card, but I'm going to tell you all this. There is a mission or a journey that you are supposed to be on right now. And the only way that you are going to tap into that wellspring of energy, that wellspring of knowledge, is to tap into yourself. Because all of this stuff about the aliens, girl faking a kidnapping, um,
It's crazy.
the
The
all the stuff that we just mentioned, the AI with the battery on
battery in
the
the back
back,
on
the
the plane.
shapeshifters, things
It's
like that. To be quite honest, they're all distractions. And you know, I I recently acquired a very good friend, and he was telling me how he prioritizes his day so that he can get his goals accomplished. And he has three major goals. His first goal is his God and Savior. I love him to death. Um, his next one is making money, and his third is his family.
mm,
Anything that falls outside of that bracket, like if somebody wanted to go out to a club, it's like, hold on, does that help me with my family? Does that help me
mm.
make money? Or does that help me get closer to my God? And you all can put source or whatever you want to put
Whatever
in
you want
there.
to put in there.
So, like any of those things that are not going towards your goal is a distraction.
And that's true.
So, if one of your goals is ascension, if one of your goals is to gain spiritual knowledge, if one of your goals is connecting with your twin flame,
Right?
anything that comes outside of you achieving that goal is a distraction. And
Right.
all of these things that they're showing are distractions from you knowing who you truly are.
Facts, baby.
Okay?
You must have read these cards already.
No, I didn't.
Well, it's the same
I
thing.
I really didn't, y'all.
It's the same thing the cards are saying. So I don't know. You read the cards.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Are you gonna read out what the cards say?
You know what? I just tapped in to get that message.
You must
so,
have tapped into
yeah.
the energy
Yeah,
because
I
it's
did.
the energy. We
Yeah.
asked before we came here. We really did tap in, and we did ask for the highest timeline. You know, so that we can deliver this message. And I asked for, you know, what message can we give to the people that they all can benefit from, and that's pretty much it. So the card that came out when I asked, you know, the pretty cards, I love it. That's the temperance, right? And they came right side up, and it says, "Easy does it. Balance what you eat, drink, and do." Remember in Tyrone, in the clone Tyrone, they got them with the chicken. They put something in the chicken. You guys remember back when they had them Popeyes chicken?
Mhm.
Remember how people was acting crazy? And I was like, yo, what they put in that chicken? They was fighting over the chicken. They was acting really, really weird. You know what I'm saying? And now they're discovering that the perm that they put in their hair, it's linked to all types of sicknesses and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just so much in that movie that was true.
Yeah.
But
Hold on.
watch what you eat, drink, and do. Okay? Keep one foot solid on the ground. So in all that you do, in all that you seek, make sure you stay grounded, okay? Balance, give, and take. So you have to know when to give and when to take. You have to know what you're giving up for what you're getting back. All right? And everything try to operate in balance.
Yes.
All right? That's why I'm a Libra. Wait. All right. It also says keeping all the planets spinning, finding the harmonious middle path. Stay in the middle. Stay in the balance. Okay? Go with the flow. Don't fight the natural course of things. And we see that in our society today, where they're really fighting the natural way of things.
Yep.
Like it is such an attack on the natural order of things. And I'm not going to go any deeper than that. If you guys could see, you could see. If you can hear, you can hear. Okay? I'm not going to say nothing else about that. The universe wants you to know that we have angelic support,
Yes.
which means we have a higher support. Okay? And just always remember that. Now might be a good time to pause and reflect on your journey, which is what my baby just said. Don't worry about all these other distractions and people kidnapping themselves. Leave that stuff alone, okay? You see it? Okay, cool. Those are just signs of the times that we're in, right? Reflect on your journey thus far. Are you able to integrate your new lessons that you have learned? Like, think about it. Think about it for a minute. How can I integrate all these things that I have learned?
Yeah.
Right? Take time for you. Reflect on your journey. What have I learned? And this is what came out for the collective. Isn't that so cool and so fitting? Temperance. Okay? And I was like, just give me a little message. No, you know that we got to go big or go home. We got to go big or go home. I said, give me a little message. Look what they gave me. Judgment. Okay? So, judgment. Where will you go? Right? Because again, these are the signs of times, right? Where will you go from here? Think about it. Now we have all this information overload. Now what? Right? Because you've reached a final judgment. What are you being called to? Listen up. Right? This is what this is now. What are you being called to? Have you reached a final judgment? What are you being called to? Let go of the shackles and limitations of your old life and rise up. It's time for us to rise up. All right? Seek out your higher calling. It is time for us to seek out our higher calling.
Yes.
An announcement may be coming your way. Feel revived, renewed, reawakened. You are getting a wake-up call from the universe. This is why all this stuff is happening. It's to wake our asses up.
Yep.
Integrate the lessons. Again, it's telling us our lessons, right? Integrate our lessons that we have learned and prepare for the new chapter, guys.
Yes.
Wherever there is an ending, the beginning follows. The beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. All right? So that's for the collective. This shit is happening because our asses need to wake up.
Yep.
That's why all of this chaos is happening and going on.
This feels like that last snooze alarm that
Right?
you press before you wake
Keep
up.
pressing it.
Now, some of y'all who are watching this video, y'all been up since 4 a.m.
Right.
Like, metaphorically. Like, y'all been up since 4 a.m. Y'all
Yeah.
been ready. But some of y'all still getting that crud out your eyes.
Yeah,
Like,
going back to sleep.
but
Wake up.
it's time. It's go time,
Get your
y'all.
ass up.
It is go time.
Go catch it. Let's go. Wake your asses up. Come on, man.
Yes.
Let's get this popping. Let's get this ascension popping. Turn inward. Get away from all these goddamn distractions. It don't matter. Thank you so much for that blessing and that super chat. KIY New York in the house. Look at New York showing up for the 99 and the 2000. Thank you so much for that blessing. We truly do appreciate it. And for any one of you who give us a super chat, just keep in mind that you're investing in our future. And we really, really appreciate that. And for those of you who donate to the Cash App, you're investing in our now, in our today, in our right now. And we also definitely appreciate you also.
Yes.
You know,
so thank y'all.
Thank you guys so much. We have like 30 people.
Even Zeus want to say
yeah, Zeus want to say that's Zeus. He want to say things.
Yeah, he want to go outside. So
we gotta take him out.
We gotta take him out in a minute. So that's what we came on here to share. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, but none of that matters more than you.
No, baby.
None of it matters more than you. And it's okay to feel like that's selfish, because
self-full.
You're supposed to be here working on you. You're not supposed to be working on everybody else.
Right.
You are not here to save the babies. You are here to save you.
Right. And be self-full. When someone tell you, oh, you're full of yourself, you tell them, well, who else am I supposed to be full of? And if you're full of somebody else, then they want to say you crazy, because now you got multiple personalities. So you're supposed to be self-full. You're supposed to be full of yourself. You're not supposed to be filled with anybody else but you. Okay? Right. So keep that in mind, guys. All of these madness that's happening, if you want to watch it for a little bit of entertainment and laugh every now and again to keep your vibrations high, nothing wrong with that, right? But never let that take you away from your main goal, which is investing in yourself, loving yourself, keeping your vibrations and your frequency charged and high, so that when these people sending out their whatever they're sending out, these sound balls that they're sending out over there in Michigan.
Oh my gosh, so much going on.
We didn't even mention that one, but it's a lot that is happening, guys. Stay focused.
Yes.
Stay on the love vibration, guys.
Yes.
Ride up on out of here. All right, we love you. We got to go take our Zeus. Thank you guys so much for staying and tuning in with us with our shenanigans.
Yes.
Thank you guys for those of you who donated. We do appreciate it.
Yes.
And if we're not here, please feel free to donate also. That's just going to keep us coming back.
Yep.
Because, again, our goal is to be up here every day. We really do want to be up here every day. Mm-hmm. So don't be shy to show us some support. If you want to see us up here, guys, $1 can't hurt, right? We got 30 people up here. If everybody give $1, that will be beautiful. We would definitely appreciate that.
All right, y'all.
We
love y'all so much.
Thank you.
Until next time, peace out.
We'll be back with some shenanigans.